Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back in Sunless Sea. We are on our way to... Whoops, I didn't want to do that. Oh well, these things are already much faster. But it also uses fuel a lot quicker. And I think this is as fast as we used to. So, let's speak to this guy. Increase our veils, sure. Increase our iron. Okay. I think we can get everything up but pages. Yeah. Hopefully the cook can do that. Okay. I think... It's hard to tell. I think this is actually using the same amount of fuel. It's just we're using it faster because we're going faster. That's probably it. So hopefully this doesn't screw us over. Yeah, we're gonna cut through Shepherd's Island here and head to there and see what was over there. Oh, now something wastes us in port. Stalagmites limit the distance like the Corsair's forest. Our lookouts are watchful. At least we have lots of supplies. Billy, alright, we're Billy Bob. I'm like, what's this? Okay, we can leave that out. No, I don't think we're using more fuel. We're definitely traveling faster, at least. Yeah, and the reason we're going this way around is because I want to get rid of this little block here because it's annoying me. Okay, and we'll avoid using the light for now because we don't need it. Home to hermits, nuns, and shadowy business. Beautiful. Okay, light needs to go back on now. Oh, we forgot to pick up some recent news. Oh well. Not much we can do about that. Where is everyone? Where do they go? They're here, you're not alone. Discovered Thornwell Croft. Oh, I guess that was that island there. Creeping turtles of fungus, sweets, and we enter the snares, not snares. Lick a monkey crag. I'm good. Pigmote Isle is not where we wanted to go, but it's a start. Maybe it was that island up here. Because there's not a lot of places for it to hide in there. There the boys. What is that up there? It looks like a crab of some sort. That is a big crab. Holy. Discovered Pigmote Island. What's the port called? Discovered Saints Haven. Awesome. Hopefully we can pick up some fuel. A lonely desert beach. There is no habitation in sight, no market, very little in the way of a maintained dock. A stretch of sand thickens into damp black earth from which sprout stunted palms. Not quite tall fungal growths with frond-like caps, as if someone sculpted the idea of a tree from a mushroom. These growths appear sparse near the beach, but clump together closer the farther inland one goes, clustering tightly into a sort of forest around the base of the island's central hill. You can see, off in the distance, dots of fire flecking the horizon. You hear clamor, shouts, and shot. If you look to the quay, you can make out the usual shapes of two tiny figures. Let's see what awaits us. War. As you step out onto the quay, you hear clamor, shouts, and shot. You can see off in the distance smoke rising from beyond the hill, and dots of fire flecking the horizon. Two tiny figures stand a little way down the quay, unmoving, rather as if awaiting your approach. The figures are rodents. To your left is a There's a rat Faber wearing goggles, a blacksmith apron, and an assortment of tools. To your right is an unusually large guinea pig, wearing a helmet and breastplate reminiscent of nothing so much as the high Middle Ages. The rat steps forward first and bows. Welcome, Captain, to Rat Star Island. I'm Edgar, second chief engineer to the third Rat Brigade. I invite you to avail yourself of food and fuel at our expense. The only cost to you is a choice. The rat steps back. At precisely the same moment, with what appears to be the ease of long habit, the guinea pig scuttles forward and makes a declaratory chirp. Welcome, Captain, to the Isle of Cavia. I am Lady Augusta Devereaux Swinch of the Blackwater Swinches. Seneschal to our King Gracenough, first of his same, I invite you to avail yourselves of food and fuel at our expense. The only cost to you is a choice. The two stand of attention, looking at you expectantly. What choice? Your question needs to be tentative. They sound so rehearsed. Enough of this. Sea monsters, faceless predators, screaming oceans. Yes, but you draw the line at talking to guinea pigs in full armor. That's what this choice says. Two remarkable standing before you to speak to the chief engineer. His eyes have a wave cold glint to them, and he wears scars like jewels. Speak to the seneschal. How does an armored guinea pig manage to look regal? Do I want to talk to the rats or the guinea pigs? Because I know this is the choice. You know, I'm going to go with the engineer, because it has Middle Ages versus engineering. We came to this island to make a home for ourselves, away from London, its cats and snuffers, its rat-skin suits. We come to live as citizens of our own republic. We came with our tools, our teeth, our clever hands, and we made a beautiful city by the light of the rat star that shone bright and blue on Mount Ararat. The chief engineer nods towards the distant hill. One day we braved the depths of Chicken Woods, and atop the Mount Arwat we plucked the rat star to be our light, our beacon and our flag. But the pigs of Shavy saw the light, and they lusted for it. They sent armies to rule us and steal our star. We will not permit them to take what is ours. We will resist them to our last breath. Will you join us in defeating them? Let's hear the seneschal's story. The seneschal clears her throat with a delicacy to rival the duchess's own before speaking. Gracenough the king, our lord and sovereign, full 7 months have sojourned on the sea, conquered this land and won the southern main. Now no fortress against him shall remain, no city walls be left for him to gain, save the rats that squeak behind mountain. Unlikely was the lamb of our deliverance. Assured shall be our glorious and their fall, when our lady's eyes restored be to our hall. The seneschal composes herself and then adds, We saw truth and beauty by the light of Our Lady's eye on Mount Caveat, but the rats with their guns and their shatter and their peasant politics stole it from us. We will subjugate them and take it back. They are our rabble, and we will rule them with the steel-shot velvet of our paws. Will you join us? Okay, the guinea pigs have a good point, because apparently the rats admitted they just took the thing off the mountain. But at the same point, I'm really not liking the pompousness of these guinea pigs. We're ready to make a choice. It seems grumpy but honest. Also, you've seen what rat-made weapons can do, and perhaps you'd rather not be on the receiving end of them. Favor the seneschal. Perhaps you've never liked rats. Perhaps you've always been fond of rat-skin suits. Perhaps the seneschal's charms are too much for you. At any rate, you're keen to find out more about their civilization. We could attempt to broker peace. That sounds risky, but it might be more profitable in the end. The chief engineer share a look, then regarded with scornful amusement. Yes, smirked the engineer. You're obviously much cleverer than us. Oh, much, whispered. You clearly know much. Apparently idealist. Okay, so that won't work. Rats. A rat in the making. You extend a hat to the chief engineer, who shakes it firmly. The seneschal hisses and chatters her teeth in disgust, but keeps her distance. You've made the right choice, says the chief engineer. Let me show you around. Okay, glowing red eyes. That's a good start. The chief engineer leads you to the northern side of the island, skirting the chicken woods. You pass through a number of what can only be termed checkpoints, as fierce-eyed rats shoulder their derringers and salute the chief engineer. Soon you will come upon a small colony, smaller than some of the infestations you've encountered at London Flats. Only perhaps 50 ratus faber altogether, working digitally to fortify their side of the island. First thing you notice is a brilliant light beamed out from a stump of chickenwood about 6 feet high. It bathes the whole settlement in a clean blue glow, and is almost too bright to look at. By its light, you can see the several raised mounds of earth suggesting shallow tunnels. An efficient fishing operation is set up by the water. An albino rat mends nets while another stabs sharpened sticks into the waves. Further inland is a barracks, where Sergeant Barks drills at a small squad of fighters. They seem organized, at least. Your arrival draws attention, and several rats pause in their work to look at you curiously. Welcome to Marina, says the chief engineer, voice warm with pride. It's not much to look at now, but it will be once we've rousted the shabbies. Take a stroll around while I summon the war council. With that, he vanishes into one of the mounds and leaves you to explore. Head to our barracks. Drill sergeant appears to be sizing you up. Can this be all the rats have to fight with? Head to the beach. What kind of fish might they catch here? And whoever heard of rats mending nets? Head towards the rat star. An excitable-looking rat is peering at it through smoky goggles, twitching at whiskers and making notes on what appears to be real paper. I'm curious about this star thing. A learned astronomer. It's not a star, of course, not really, but try explaining that to the others. The chief engineer doesn't want me working too hard to convince them. Says this is better for morale, but just look at it. Look. She offers you her goggles. You manage to work them over just enough of one of your eyes to see the truth of what's in the bowl. It's a scintillac, but unlike any you've seen before. Blue as a sapphire, but more brilliant. Something about the clarity of its color is tremendously soothing. The chief science officer titters with pleasure as you hand her the goggles back. Those of us who have been to the shabby side of the island and lived to hear tell it says there's plenty of glow there, plenty of bright in the water all around, but nothing like this. We took this from the island's center, Mount Ararat. Only it's not a mountain, of course, any more than this is a star. It's hollow, there's sweet water inside, and coral crawling up all up the walls of it, but nothing that glows save this, and it's ours now, and no one can take it from us. Okay, we've learned about the rat star. Let's talk to the guy at the beach. Where the green billows play, an albino rat smiles quietly up at you from his mending work. Dainty and a little shy, chickenwood floats, especially when it's dried out and sealed, so we're able to paddle out a bit and cast our nets. We come up with all sorts of things, blind fish, crabs, sometimes a chick of broken tentacle, but the fishing would never be so good without the rat star, he beams in kind. I think it only draws good fish and keeps the scary ones at bay. I know the chief science officer doesn't believe it, but I do. That light is our livelihood. And let's go talk to the barracks, see what he has to say. Against the odds, you approach the nurse sergeant and go so far as to salute her, which earns you a grunt of satisfaction. The sergeant dismisses her troops and offers you a bit of chickenwood jerky to gnaw on. There's more of us below ground, she explains, but not enough. The shabbies are bigger and there's more of them. We're better with weapons, but haven't got the stuff to make with. Most of us came here as stowaways and brought nothing but food, tools, and the fur on our backs. We can fish, and we can nibble the chickenwoods, but we can't make guns out of trees. The shabbies come with their own steamer, and seem to have endless supplies. We raid them sometimes, but there's so few of us, and we can never hold on to territory gained for long. But that's of no consequence. All we want is to be left in peace to build our republic, and the rat star, she adds. Thoughtfully, after a moment, of course, we want that too. Okay, time to wait for the War Council. You've done all this morning, time to take action. Rat in the making, quality is now 2. We can offer them guns, sure. Chief Engineer emerges from the underground with a motley assortment of other rats. He introduces them as weapons experts, strategists, and field commanders. So you're gonna help us beat the shabbies, he says. It's a hard edge to his voice. But how exactly? 1 second. Sorry, that was almost a sneeze. We can't do... These are all risks, so offer guns. Your crew hauls one of the deck guns to shore, but the chief engineer got it. It's a clumsy bugger and no mistake, but we can break it down into parts easily enough, and there will be plenty of scrap left over to make bullets. In exchange, the rats give you their provisions. The salted fish, surprisingly restorative, and dried chickenwood appears to make tolerable fuel. As they pass by the glow of the rat star on their way back to the ship, each member of your crew seems to hold their head a little higher and breathe a little easier. We've lost 2 supplies, and we've gained 1 fuel. That wasn't very good, though. What's the ship... we don't want to take one with us. Oh, we now have a report. Pigmote Island. Refuel, undergo repairs. This report up to... sure, let's refuel. Awesome! Okay, I like this place. When we send me... Port Cecile is a long way to the east. Cantrasic Lobe? What is this place? Errance Shirus? Sailors at the rail call softly. Something swims beneath the ship. I saw it looking up at us, one says, his voice a tremble. Call him away, don't look. Bring out the nets. Well then, let's catch it. Sure. We failed and we've gained terror, of course. Empty nets, empty hold, empty house. There it goes. You glared at him, but the damage is done. The corpse rainbow glow from beneath the waves. Discovered regal complexus. Oh! That was me not paying attention. Derpy derp. So hopefully we could repair later. So we definitely avoid combat now because I seriously messed up there. Discovered Scott's Reef. We've entered a fog bank. So I think the place we're looking for is in this patch. It's either along here or in here, so we'll head up that way. Discovered a wreck of Emperor Wolfgang. 50 fragments gained. Oh, there it is. And there's the port way over there, of course. Discovered Brock's Reef. 50 fragments gained. This place just swallows ships, it looks like, because look at that one. And then there's the wreck of the Emperor's Wolfgang. Dock. Port Sail. Crumpled convolutions of coral fill the water, glimmering with silvery light. The harder you look, the more you see shapes amid the chaos, almost as if they were sculpted. This one could be a crenellated castle, that one a horse's head. A neat little port huddles into the side of a coral island. Prosaic imperial docks and house tucked away in a baroque granite chaos. In that curious silver light among the frozen chaos of corals, the scene is the unreal air of a pencil sketch, crumpled and discarded. Chess is popular in the principles. The port is full of exiles, drunks, and washed-up Z-traders. They all play, often obsessively. Be careful, the chess pieces are carved from scintillac. Here in the principle, that can be very dangerous. So, let's get our port report. Oh wait, explore the knoll knot around Port Cecile. Sea laps dark around silver coral. Humps and columns rise from coral. Let's do that. Someone has carved a sinuous shape into the jumbled limestone of the reef. A light grows in the far southwest. It begins like a distant bonfire, but very rapidly becomes brighter, brighter. It looks remarkably like sunrise. Some of your crew falls near others duck behind cover or shield their eyes. One kind's dawn machine waking. Take cover, look around you, but not directly light. Anything like sunlight is rare down here. What will you see? Look into the light. Let's take cover. Safety in darkness. Light sheets over you, your hair crackles as if a storm were rising. You squint your eyes shut, but the radiance around you is bright enough that you see the pink of your eyelids. The light fades suddenly. Men and women cry out, curse, one weeps. It's a weird place where they hide from the sun. Okay, let's grab our port report. The older inhabitants of Port Cecile carry coral incrustations like a disease. Splotched with silvery light, they like to go up into limestone heights behind the harbor to lay their heads against the pillars and towers. Stare at the roof beneath, dream open-eyed sometimes. They speak of things far away. The Canaanites' work, the smugglers' wars, the Fathom King's secrets. Perhaps it's not all invented. And let's play some chess. One more game. You don't know how long you've been playing. You want to match another. The rough coral tips of the chess pieces are smeared with blood, yours, your opponent's, but you have begun to realize that your moves recapitulate the movements of the powers underneath, the flukes, their shapings, the bazaar that lurks in London, mountain nomad that prowls the sea, salt stone storm. With every move you take, the shape of it becomes clearer in your mind, sharper. Checkmate, you say. One more game? Your first officer is tugging your arm. Ignore them. You have chess to play. Win enough games and something else will occur. Opening moves. You've gained one secret. We've succeeded in a page challenge. You've gained one page. New tools. Let's play again. A disciplined success. Odd thoughts bubble up each time you touch a chess piece. This one longs for home. That one has a secret desire for revenge against the slayer of its rank mate. This will be a queen one day. Those would be better as metal. You taste the metal. You ignore these thoughts and move methodically to victory over your opponent. He blinks. Checkmate, he asks helplessly. And we've succeeded in a page challenge. Okay, that's enough chess. Is there shops here? Sweet. But we can't repair. No. Maybe if we speak to him, there's something. We have enough supplies. Let's invite him to dinner. An appeal. Thanks for the meal and the company. No, no wine. It makes me sleepy. Oh, yes, I can sleep. Too easily. That's the problem, he hesitates. There's a draught I take nightly to substitute for sleep. It works well enough, but it keeps me sane and upright. But I wish I could enjoy just one night's sleep, if you could help me. We need a clayman from Polythrem. We'll need a mirror catch box, and we'll need to go to Hunter's Keep. I'll explain when we get there. No, I'm serious. I would owe you a great deal. Mirror catch boxes are rarely sold in London, but can be found in the Canaanite and occasionally elsewhere. And this is part of our journal now. Okay, yeah. What is that thing? go around it. Uh-oh. Albino moray. Okay, hopefully that will get us away from it. Okay, it looks like we were cleared. Found Bidmead Reef. What is that? That's Pigmote Island. We're gonna have to head back to London, I think, shortly. Creeping tendrils of fungus. We entered the snares again. There's the Chapel of Lights. Oh, there's the vortex. We want to avoid that. Discovered Bethulu's Rage. Oh, wow, we're stuck between two vortexes. Let's get as far north as we can. Avid Horicon. There's a port to the west. That's the Chapel of Light. Frostbound, vast and chilly. A fortress sieged by questions. The Avid Horizon is a long way to the northwest. Beautiful. We found what we're looking for. Let's see if we can avoid the breezes. Actually, if they have currents, we might be able to use them to help us navigate. But it doesn't look like they do. This must be the void's approach. The air crackles with frosty radiations. To the north, the false star falls in the darkness. It's to the west now we want to go. The scent of the sea, salt and frost and cellars, black spices, avid horizons. There we go. So where is the port? Do we have to go in there? Is it a proper port? Snow sweeps down the north. The ship's engines labor against it. Oh, yeah, we just have to pop in here. And we're going to dock. And I'm going to leave what happens here for the next episode. Oh, we're at the far top of the map. But anyways, yep, I'm going to leave what happens next for the next episode. Bye.